I'll be able to ask Harstem, to ask Blizzard for maybe some sort of co-op patch. Probably too much to ask to add a new commander, a new map, even new mutation challenges. What I can ask for though is bug fixes. Bug fixes are obviously stuff that Blizzard wants to do themselves, but there currently are a lot of bugs that Blizzard doesn't know about. However, my friends at Starcraft II Co-Op, Almaster, Maguro, and company, have compiled a list of all the bugs that Blizzard should fix. I created a special chat called Bug Fixing, where I listed each of the bugs that need to be fixed. You guys can join my Discord group and upvote the specific bugs here that you think are most important to get fixed. I have these bugs listed right now, and they are ranked according to how well they got voted in. I counted all the thumbs up, subtract all the thumbs down. I did not count the other emotes, just the thumbs up and the thumbs down. I think I will leave this as is, and then just submit them. Yeah, give them to Harstem.
Like, you note like the Starcraft2Co-op.com like bugs list, right? It's just all the bugs that people have found on the site. These are not necessarily
it's not
common
inclusive.
bugs.
Guys, it actually happened! So a few months ago, you guys voted on a list of bugs that you want fixed in co-op, and I said Harstem said list of bug fixes, and he said that Blizzard only will actually fix bugs if they're already coded in, and all they have to do is upload. And then Tangor Craft said that he actually had a bunch of fixes that he already knew how to code, so all the elements were there. I sent Tangor Craft's list to Harstem, who forwarded to Blizzard, and voila! A few months later, in the most recent patch of Starcraft II Co-op, they were actually coded in without ever being mentioned, and it's only like 3 days ago that they were actually noticed, because there are a lot of changes. So I've been spending most of this time gathering replays so I can actually see whether the said bugs are actually fixed. So let's begin with Amon. Hybrid Dominator Plasma Blast hits units in Nova's Tactical Airlift in Tychus Medevac Airlift. So what happened before was, when you were trying to flee a hybrid Yamato with Tychus or Nova, you would use your airlift to go away. But what would happen is, the hybrid would still continue charging, and it will still hit you, even though you're technically not in range anymore. So here we are, with Sirius trying to dodge, and so the hybrid fires the Yamato. I pick up Sirius, and look, completely healed, or rather, completely undamaged. Look, it's actually fixed. And here's Tutu dodging as Nova. This is the hybrid still aiming, and it shot it. Here's Nova at full health and shields. Nova dodges using airlift. Did she do it? There it is! Look, full health! Undamaged! The dodge works now! That's awesome! Of course, most players will still only notice this if they airlift before the shot is actually fired. Styxbender noted that the projectile of the hybrid Yamato is a lot faster now than it used to be. So the way most people should try to dodge the hybrid Yamato is by using the airlift or the medevac platform before the shot is actually fired, because it's pretty difficult to time your dodge at the perfect time. So you should just try to lift as it's still charging up, so that it won't actually fire. Structure stasis by Hybrid Nemesis can still be damaged and killed by Hybrid Dominator Plasma. Oh wait, what am I doing reading this? Yeah, you read it, Brian.
Structures stasized by Hybrid Nemesis can still be damaged and killed by Hybrid Dominator Plasma Blast.
Yeah, that's funny.
Volatile Infested can walk through Havoc Force Fields.
Alright, I can test that. Okay, so here's the Volatile Infested. The Infested Bailing, basically. So I use Force Fields. They block out most of the dudes, but... Okay, look, it's going around. Yeah, the Volatile Infested is going around. So it can now actually be blocked. Look, 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 look. Okay. Yeah, look, it's actually getting stuck now. Look, 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 look. Yes, it works! Again. It works! It works! It's getting completely blocked! There it is, it works! Okay, we have Abathur next.
P1, Essence Hoarder. Units that are at 25 to 100 biomass would cap out at 105 biomass if they pick up a drop that would have maxed out their biomass. P3, the Limitless, has a similar issue, but it only causes biomass loss. The unit can still reach 200 biomass and morph into ultimate evolutions normally.
Okay, so what happened here is that if you're 25 to 100 biomass, and you gather too much biomass, it will cap it at 105 instead of the stated 125. So it's supposed to be 125, but this bug, if you collect too much biomass at 25 to 100, it used to cap it at 105. So let's see if it works now. Okay, here we are. This roach has 94 biomass. Check out the lower right corner. 94 biomass in the lower right corner. So, theoretically, if it gathers 11 or more biomass, or if it gathers 12 or more biomass, it would actually cap out at 105 instead of getting the 106 that it should get. So we're looking for a glob of biomass that's at least, yeah, this one. Okay, so if it's 12 or more, if the bug is fixed, it should get us over 105. If it's still bugged, it should get us at 105. So let's see. There it is. Check it out. It did go up to a full 125, so this bug is fixed. Okay, we move on to Alarak.
Alarak can kill units in bunkers with Empower Me active.
I can test that. Here comes Alarak. Power. Guys inside the bunker. Four infested troopers. Use Destruction Wave. Unharmed. There it is. Okay, Brian, how about the next ones?
Point defense drones block Alarak life leech from kills. Havocs do not receive Vorazun's Veil of Shadows. Reyna, Tychus, and Dahaka heroes from the Storm Mutator can walk through force fields.
Alright, so this point defense drone is probably most visible when you have Power Overwhelming on, or Missile Command. Okay, let's move on to Artanis. Brian?
Weird starting power field placement. Unbound fanatics from P3, Arkship Commandant. Orbital strikes kill themselves when they do damage with double-edged active.
Alright, so here we have double-edged active. So what would happen before is that when Artanis drops Archon dudes on top of an enemy unit, for example these rocks, these Archons will shoot these these projectile things. These projectile things counted as units, and they would kinda deal damage to themselves via double-edged. And meaning as soon as they dealt damage, they would disappear because they take damage themselves from double-edged. But now you can see that look, these Archons, two of these Archons were attacking the mineral rock or the Nexus rock, but their projectile did damage this rock. And yeah, you can see it's taken tons of damage, and these projectiles no longer disappear upon hitting these rocks. So there it is. The third Prestige Artanis, Archer Commandant, got a buff from this bug fix. For the power field one, I believe it's mostly applicable for the second Prestige of Artanis, since moving your power field costs energy. For other prestiges, it's not that impactful, but it's nice to know that it's fixed nonetheless. Moving on, we have Dahaka.
Point defense drones block Impaler attacks, Mervar attacks, and Locust spawns P1, devouring one, Dahaka, devouring a psionic unit, causes multiple psionic explosions.
Okay, so here's Dahaka, walking up to devour this Raven over here. The Raven's a psionic unit, and what used to happen before is whenever Dahaka devoured a psionic unit such as his Raven, it would create multiple graphics of magic farts. It looks like there are like multiple magic farts going on, but really there's only one. The bug is that the graphic like plays multiple times, causing a delay, a sort of lag from that magic fart. So here's the Devour on the Raven. Singular magic fart rather than multiple, and there's no lag spike. There it is. So before it blocked the Impaler attacks and Locust spawns. So let's see if it works. It's on a cooldown? It might be. Oh, here it is. No, look, it didn't block the Locust spawns. They do spawn now. Okay, so those work. How about the Impaler? Did they block the Impaler? Nope. They no longer block the Impaler. Look, the Impaler shot and the point defense drone didn't block. Yeah, and look, Locust spawned. There it is, fixed. Okay, Brian, let's read one for Phoenix, or the ones for Phoenix.
Disruptors do not receive Veil of Shadows. Phoenix can lose the game when Purifier Conclave is alive.
Alright, let's test that. Okay, so here's the Disruptor. You can see it does have the Veil of Shadows. So what the Veil of Shadows does is it increases the shield regen rate of cloaked units when we have a Vorzun ally. I believe this Vorzun is level 7 upgrade, so you can see it regenerates shields really fast. So this next one's pretty funny. Apparently before, you can lose when all your buildings, except the Purifier Conclave, are dead as Phoenix. Because as Phoenix, like this counts as a building, but it's not counted among the buildings that you need to, the buildings that you can count, or the buildings you can have that still survive. Basically before, you can lose when you still had this building available, whereas you should actually not lose. You should only lose if you also lose this building. We're killing this one. So you can see, bug is fixed. Conclave alive, but Phoenix not yet eliminated. But there's a weird bug, like they replaced an old bug with a new bug. And well, here's how it works. So check it out. The Purifier Conclave is dead, but we weren't eliminated. So technically, Phoenix has 0 buildings remaining, but we're not eliminated. This can lead to some weird cheese strategies. Okay, Brian, let's proceed to Han and Horner.
Assault galleons are treated as units while in construction and can get lifted by aim on Phoenixes, healed by Swan's science vessels, and receive buffs from P1 Dahaka.
Yeah, that's very situational.
Magmines multiply the damage for every unit near center of its target when hitting clumped up units.
That was nerf.
Stronger death chance mastery broken.
That was big.
SCVs cannot halt construction.
So among these, this one is very situational. You normally don't have under construction assault galleons ever getting lifted by... It's very situational, so not bothering testing that. Magmines, so it used to be a bug that Magmines do more damage than they should when they hit clumped up units, because they count the number of units that's near the center of its target and multiply that for each unit. So now that it's fixed, it's actually a nerf to Han and Horner, which is a bit sad, but this big one, stronger death chance, there used to be no stronger, the stronger death chance didn't used to work for Han and Horner, but now it's fixed. And of course, this one, SV can halt construction. Let's see those in action. Okay, first up, we have this SCV. You can see it can now halt construction. So halt construction at the bottom right. There it is. And you can still, of course, cancel the building when you select the building and press cancel. But yeah, halt is not available on the building itself. The halt is on the SCV. There it is. And here's the big one, guys. Check this out. So I'm gonna send this Reaper to die. So the death effect is that it launches, if you remember, it launches a small circle of grenades all around it, which will damage all nearby units. You can see there it is. Look, these charges will deal a little bit of damage to each of these loss. But check this out. There's a larger circle of grenades that will also deal damage to all the nearby. I think it's like 3 range or something. That's massive. Look at that. All these units will get damaged. And that's all from a singular Reaper. And that's insane. We can really scatter all those enemies. Alright, let's see how this Magmine does. That's a huge explosion radius! That's like 5 range or something. Okay, I'm sending this Hellbat forward. Its death effect is that it sets nearby enemies on fire and makes them run around in fear. It's a huge radius now. Look, all of them are running around in fear. Okay, they don't actually take damage. They're just feared. Yeah, look, they don't take damage from the fire, but they're running around in fear. The damage is from this Hellbat, who is also, you know, shooting them. But yeah, that's a pretty cool death effect. Okay, now for the Helion. We're going to see if we have enough of these guys. Alright, here we go. Let's move it to, you know, the faster speed for Brutal. Okay, so they do have stim now. Look at how fast these guys shoot. My goodness. Okay. Yeah, look, they got stim again. Look at how fast they shoot. Bang, bang. Okay. Are they gonna attack over here? Yeah, look at how fast they move! Look at how fast these things move! Dude! Yeah! Yeah, this mastery really does work now. Moving on to Carax. Let's go, Brian.
Chrono Wave speeds up Nexus construction,
yeah, this is
including allies.
Carax got nerfed.
Graviton Warp Catapult description says 25% instead of the actual 33%.
The listed number is 33%, or rather, the listed number is 25%, but the actual effect is 33%. And the way it was worded was that it was supposed to be 25%, but it was just given a wrong number. The way Blizzard fixed this is that the actual speed is 33%. It should be 33%. It was just a tooltip that was incorrect. So let's see if it got fixed now. Okay, so here's the chrono. Yeah, it's chronoing, but the buildings aren't making faster, so that's the nerf confirmed. Okay, so the tooltip isn't actually appearing here. I can't actually see that it is indeed fixed, but Tutu mentioned something funny here. Apparently, what happened for him was that tooltip was not fixed because he was reading it in Chinese. So it turns out that the tooltip was only fixed for the English version of the game. So there's still an issue with localization with this fix. It's correct for the English version of the game, but not the Chinese version. So yeah, your effects may be a little different depending on what language you have in the game. Okay, let's move on to Kerrigan.
Point defense drones block P3, Desolate Queen, Kerrigan's kinetic blasts.
Yeah, that used to be a thing, but it's no longer a thing. Okay, point defense drones have been deployed. It's blocking the projectiles from this Hydralisk. But for Kerrigan, she's gonna drop a kinetic blast on the store, and it does go through. Look, the kinetic blast went through and killed the Thor. And was not blocked by the point defense drone, so there it is, it works. Moving on, we have Nova.
Automated refineries harvest slower than Vorazun and Zeratul auto gas.
So it's very minor, but there is a little bit of difference. So how I test this is that I actually ran 2 maps. The first one is a Magura map where I built an auto refiner at exactly 15 seconds. Exactly 15 seconds. Dropped the auto refiner in just one. Just a singular one to see how many I can collect in 10 minutes. The refinery finishes at exactly 1 minute. So at 11 minutes, I'll see how much gas I have after 10 minutes of harvesting from a single gas. And I can extrapolate how much gas I'd get. Stop at exactly 11 minutes, so that's 1140. That's 1140 gas. I ran the second one on the fixed version of the game. This is the live version, not the Maguro map. And I build our fighter exactly 15 seconds, same as last time. We're also nearing 11 minutes, and it's close. Remember, it was 11:40 in the previous map, and here we have at exactly 11 minutes, 11:96. We'll round it up, 11 or 1200. So in the unfixed version, it was 11:40, and this one it was 1200. So that's a difference of about 60 gas. So 60 gas over 10 minutes. That's 6 gas per minute. Multiply that by 4. If you have 4 bases, that's 24 gas per minute over a 20-minute game. Assume if you can harvest 24 extra gas per minute over 20 minutes, that's 480 over the course of the entire game. Assuming you can harvest all 4 gases around. It's not nothing, but the only people who would actually feel this change are A, looking for a placebo effect. Oh yeah, it feels faster. Or B, there are speedrunners who need every bit of inch or advantage they can get to end the map in 1 second faster than the previous guy did. So, for most of you guys, not really impactful. Let's move on to Raynor.
Hyperion can continue attacking while encased by slain elemental's cocoon.
It's kind of your
Orbital
fault.
commands are excluded from valid respawn targets by emergency recall,
that's big.
leading to a bug that makes Raynor's cloaked units invincible.
Yeah.
Hyperion
so
keeps
it is
firing
fixed.
when pulled by fatal attraction.
This was big, so this thing allowed me to cheese some of the mutations using invincible banshees. Now it's no longer possible. Of course, this was also a nerf. Yikers! People hate. Why do they hate Raynor? They fixed the bug where Hyperion keeps firing when pulled by fatal attraction. So yeah, it's a nerf. Before, the Hyperion can still shoot when being pulled by fatal attraction, but now it can't. Okay, they're here fighting the hybrid. Okay, look. They all got recalled. Yeah, they all got recalled, so recall works now, which means next time they die, it's permanent. Yeah, look. So, there are only like 2 projectiles here, and these 2 were fired like earlier, before the Hyperion started getting pulled. Only 3 projectiles. Yeah, it's getting pulled again. Now look. 5 projectiles, 6 projectiles being shot. So yeah, it's clear evidence that the Hyperion is shooting more slowly when it's being pulled. Moving on, we have Mr. Stukov.
Infested factories and starports don't benefit from chrono effects. Plagued munitions upgrade increases bunk life regen rate.
So this one's weird. The Plague Munitions one, that is. They still regen faster, but it's supposed to be 8. With the bug, it used to be 13. Now it's back to 8, so it's still there, but it's just pretty hard to notice. Infested factories, starports, so this actually doesn't make them build faster. It just lets them get charges faster. So yeah, it's nice, but yeah, not that impactful. The Swan one's also kind of tricky to explain.
Pulse amplifier buff condition on the Wraith's Gemini missiles depends on move command instead of unit speed.
Yeah. So Swan has this mechanic with his rates that when you get the pulse amplifier upgrade, this I think this red one, your rates will do more damage when they're moving. But how it used to work before is that they need to be off a move command. They need to be off a move command before they shoot faster. So you need to right click on the ground and then attack move or target a specific thing to get them to deal triple damage with their Gemini missiles. Now I think that they can be considered moving regardless of whether they were coming off a move command. Like for example, right here, when they're clumped up and they try to declump, yeah, when they're moving to declump, they're actually counted as moving, so they're also doing more damage. While they're declumping, they're dealing with more damage, but when they stop moving, they dealt almost no damage to the Zenith Stone. It's pretty tricky to explain. And yeah, how it works, you can see when they're declumping, they're still considered as moving. So how this helps is you don't need to micro them quite as much. but you still need to micro them. So yeah, it's tricky. It works, but it's more subtle, and you need to know how to use that mechanic to make it work for you. Okay, moving on now to Vorzun.
Oracles do not receive Veil of Shadows. Corsairs autocast Disruption Web on stasised enemies.
Okay, so again, Veil of Shadows allows cloak units to regen shields faster when Vorzun is in the party. Okay, so here's how I'll test them. I'll make these 2 stalkers shoot these 2 oracles. Yeah, so they'll take damage, and again, Veil of Shadows will make oracles regen energy faster. So theoretically, the cloaked oracle should gain shields faster than the oracle without shields. You can see it's already full.
P2, Withering Siphon, Centurions can stun Ultralisks with Dark Coil. P2 Dark Templar Void Stasis doesn't work on hybrids, but the Shadow Guard version does. Void Thrashers cannot be stunned with P2 Centurions.
Alright, we can do that. Okay, so here's the Centurion test on the Void Thrasher. You can see, once I hit, once I hit Dark Coil, the Thrasher is stunned. Look, it has that that status effect here. It says it was stunned by Dark Coil. So yeah, it works. It's still stunned for a little bit. Eventually, the effect goes away. And here you can see where it does not work. Yeah, the Ultralisk has Frenzy, so it's not getting affected. Even though, yeah, look, I just popped Dark Coil right here. And it doesn't stun the Ultralisk. So yeah, working as intended. Okay, so with the Void Stasis, I'll move this guy up here, and then I'll use the Void Stasis. There it is. You can stasis the hybrid. It is pretty funny. Yeah, it's still taking damage, but so the bug that was actually that the regular Dark Templar cannot use Void Stasis on said hybrid. So we'll see if it's fixed. Okay, so time for the regular Dark Templar. Earlier you saw me use the Shadow Guard's Void Stasis, and now my Void Stasis research will finish for regular Dark Templar, so let's see if it works. Stasis! Oh, it works now! Oh, that's awesome! So both the Shadow Guard and the regular Dark Templar can use Void Stasis on the hybrid. So we have Zagara next.
P3, Apex Predator, Zagara hero unit does not receive Mass Frenzy buff.
That should be an easy fix. Okay, here's the Zagara fix. Deep Snow here, and there it is, the Frenzy, and Zagara does indeed have it. She moves faster, shoots faster, and bug fixed. Pretty easy. And now we go to Zeratul. Brian, let's hear it.
Xel'Naga Enforcer anti-air attacks are not blocked by point defense drones.
No, they are. That's a
Surdeath
nerf.
and Dark Archon's Maelstrom affects structures.
No, they can't.
Zeratul only receives Veil of Shadows if he walks through a dark pylon cloaking field.
Alright.
Slash.
Okay, we're gonna test point defense drones now on the Enforcers. So you can see, it does get blocked. Look, they're gonna attack these, but they get blocked. So, yeah. Wow. Enforcers are gonna get hard countered by these point defense drones now. That's gonna be painful. So you can see here, Neometal was trying to attack Zeratul using his own dudes, but they're not actually doing any damage. And now with my Dark Templar, he regens so fast, dude, that's some insane synergy. Oh man, we still have a bunch of these. Yeah, I probably won't bother testing most of them anymore. There is still a bunch of these bug fixes.
Oblivion Express, train desync bug with P2 Vorazun Void Stasis Void Launch. The Leviathan's ground attack still does damage after it dies part and parcel. Parts cannot be collected during time stop.
Oh, this is big. So, remember that video I showed you last time where you can actually auto-kill the train if you use the Shadow Guard's Withering Siphon Void Stasis on the trains, on the second car of the train. And yeah, they fixed that, so we can no longer solo Railroad Switch, which is big. It's gonna be hard to carry people without that. Oh man, that's gonna be massive. Yikers! I'm actually legit scared now. Yeah, this one Void Launch not really impactful. Part, yeah, this is nice. So time stop usually prevents you from getting the part. I'm sure you've seen that, but now that it's fixed, you can collect parts normally on time stop. Pretty nice fix. So yeah, these final ones are regarding mutators.
Point defense drones blocking heroes from the Storm Dahaka from spawning clones. Mag Mines from Magnificent multiplies the damage for every unit near center of its target when hitting clumped up units. Minesweeper mines are killed at the start of the game to fit within safety zone constraints.
Okay.
This causes a problem when alien incubation,
this is
void
nice.
reanimators, or walking infested are active due to mutator interaction. Mutually assured destruction overrides moment of silence on hybrid death.
Okay, this is a buff for Amon. The Dahaka, usually the appearance, the point defense can block the Dahaka from spawning those clones. Now you can't. Mag Mines, actually this is a nerf to Mag Mines, I think. Yeah, this is a nerf to Mag Mines. This is better for us. This is good. Mag Mines will be weaker because they don't multiply the damage anymore. That's awesome. And Mines, this is also good. Like, usually they can synergize with these mutators, to, yeah, either spawn dudelings, more infested, or get revived by void reanimators, because the mines get killed at the start of the game because they're outside of, or they are violating the safety zones. Finally, we have mutual assured destruction and mode of silence can now stack, and that is painful. So yeah, with those changes, I think you can take away that Blizzard does actually still change the game, and that's big. So I actually retrieved the list of all these bug fixes which you guys voted on, and you can see that among the top 6 most voted options, 4 of them got fixed. I believe this one had something to do with coding something that's like within the engine itself, and could really I'm not sure what was the problem here, but I remember that this was not an easy fix. Maybe I'm wrong. This one I actually wanted this one to get fixed. I think it's just a matter of enlarging the area where they can spawn. I think this is fixable. Yeah, these ones are also big. Like, all those strikes can be cancelled. That one's big. I actually wanted all these ones to get fixed. Going nuclear still hits mineral lines. Yeah, these ones are pretty big. They also fixed a bunch of stuff that are a bit lower on the priority, but still pretty upvoted. Yeah, 24. This one's the chrono boost on the factories and starports. This one's the Kinetic Blast with the point defense drones. This one's the Impaler attacks, 20 upvotes, pretty good. The Minesweeper, yeah, that was pretty upvoted. Hybrid, this is the Yamato. Yeah, this is the Yamato thing. These two are the Yamato things. This one, 13 votes on the Oracles. It's not very high, but it's still, upvoted, so people still do want it. This one, the Alarak Life Leech from killing enemies, it's now fixed. This one with double edge, yeah. And there are a bunch of ones with barely any upvotes, like for example this one. Hyperion keeps firing Cocoon. I guess it's a buff, so yeah, pretty good for this one. These can lose with the Purifier Conqueror if it's alive. This one caused a bug, and it's pretty funny. Structures and Stasis, yeah, it got 2 votes, but like, yeah, it's very situational. I guess it was just an easy fix that they were able to squeeze in. For Han and Horner, yeah, it's weird that they decided to fix this. I guess it's there, so it's there in the code. Remember, Tangor Craft just gave me a coded list of bug fixes. Like, the fixes are coded already, and all Blizzard had to do is upload them. So all I had to do is upload. Here we are. Zeratul. This is a nerfed Zeratul. Look, it has -2 votes, but it was fixed anyway. I guess people wanted Serdath and Dark Archon to keep affecting buildings. This one was not voted on at all. Yeah, Alarak can kill these inside bunkers. No one wanted this, but it was fixed anyway. It was a nerf. This was also a nerf. No one voted on this. But we got a buff out of it, so that's nice. Yeah, it's still a buff, even though no one voted on it. This one is a nerf to Rainer. No one voted on it, but it got fixed anyway. Plague munitions, also a nerf, got fixed. This one, very much a nerf to enforcers, got fixed. So the Dark Coil, yeah, also a nerf, got fixed anyway. Void Launch Leviathans, and not a big deal, but got fixed. Here we are, the point defense drones blocking the Hakas clones. Mag Mines for Magnificent, nerfing, or rather, yeah, getting nerfed. And Mutual Assured Destruction, so you got a mix here. 2 buffs, 2 nerfs for us, so kind of balanced. And the weird part is there are also 4 changes that were fixed that were unlisted in the original file that you guys voted on. So I think the main takeaway here is 24 of the bug fixes were ones that had 3 or more votes on. 24. 4 of them had 2 upvotes. So if you think about it, it's actually like 28 of the bug fixes were voted on. There were 13 bug fixes that had less than 2 upvotes, meaning 13 of them were unpopular, but they got fixed anyway because it was an easy fix. It was in the file. And finally, 4 of them were unlisted. What that tells me is that Blizzard will fix the bugs if you give them the fix. So, I believe it's up to you guys now, because remember, Starcraft is one guy. Him alone got all these bugs fixed. So imagine what if the community got together and teamed up to fix all these bugs. If you guys have any more fixes that you know how to perform, like code them in and stuff, you can send them on my Discord. It's still linked down below. You can join my Discord and message like me or Tangarcraft about your bug fixes if you can code them in. And then, of course, we'll need to get them tested to see if they actually do work without breaking something else. And then, if they are good, I'll forward them to Harstem again and ask Harstem to forward to Blizzard to see if we can get more changes fixed, or to see if we can get more bugs fixed. I think we have a way forward here, guys. When I first started this, I didn't think that this would actually happen. We would actually get stuff fixed, but here we are, getting stuff done, guys. I think we can do more. Yeah, if you know how to fix more of these bugs, they're still listed down here, and they're still available on my Discord on the bug fixing page. You can actually, either yourself or a friend or a team, code fixes to these, and then we'll get them to Blizzard to get more of these stuff fixed. And yeah, let's get to it, guys. I'll see you guys next time.